Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about Destiny and her guest, Ace of Clubs, talking about Carlos King and the direction that he's had for season 7, the current season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Also, I want to give my commentary on Melody's Instagram live today. I know that you all checked it out. I was able to hear some of it while I was working, so I definitely wanted to share it. It's always good to have some positivity in this everyday life that we have, right? So before we get into these stories, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. You hear us content creators ask you that kindly all the time, because then YouTube will recommend this video to more people who enjoy discussing the various topics surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Shows, Style, and Spirit. I would definitely love to have you as one of the showstoppers. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I am starting out with Destiny's latest YouTube live that she did this evening with Ace of Clubs. And they were recapping the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, which would have been episode 11. And they were talking a lot about grief. They were putting themselves in Trisha's shoes with her losing both of her parents and her husband, Marquez, not being there for her emotionally or even in the physical sense. For those of us who are still watching the show, we know that Marquez left his family and moved to Atlanta. And then after that, she started dating Ken. They moved in together, and Ken has totally been operating in the role of father to her children that she has with Marquez. So Destiny and Ace of Clubs definitely sympathized with her. And Ace of Clubs, he gave his commentary on us being introduced to the new cast members, Trisha and Ken and Sonny and Moses, in general. And he had this to say.
That we see. This episode was good. Shout out to Carlos and the crew, because at first they was dragging it. The storylines was dragging. I'm like, y'all, we gotta get this. I feel like this episode solidified it for me. I want to know what everybody got going on now. But in the beginning, I'm like, come on. I'm tired of the same storyline. Y'all about to mess it up. So now I'm excited to see like where it pans out. So and saying that, that's vision. Vision is sometimes dragging something and then boom, getting them where they can like see the reason why and then pinning it out. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. You wasn't on this episode. You gotta give Carlos the credit for it. He's a genius when it comes to that. Yeah. I know people like, he like mess, and do. Yeah. But I always feel like, and I hope that this continues, that there brings some balance. Yeah. You wasn't on this episode, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's why, you know what I'm saying? You better get it together. Can you tell us if you're going to be on the next episode?
Okay, and she said yes, that she would be in the next episode. And if you are watching and you saw the preview for the upcoming episode where we see her having a conversation with Martell, definitely, as I've stated before, Destiny's content gives pre-produced by Carlos King. I think that he's convinced her, you should go live on YouTube, kind of let the viewers get to see you more, since they've always complained that you did not really share on the show. try talking on YouTube and maybe they can connect with you that way. It's pretty obvious to me, in my opinion, that Carlos really likes Destiny and he wants us viewers to really like her too. And I think that he sees YouTube as like a portal into her soul. But you know, for me, I just kind of feel like, ugh, it's so cringe and mean when she said to the lovely Miss Van, you know, you're pimping out your daughter and things that she said to Melody. So it's just kind of like, you know, I don't know. But another thing that I wanted to point out was, you know, Ace of Clubs saying that, you know, now that there's like newer people on the show, he's interested in learning more about their lives and seeing their storylines play out on the show. Because he said in the beginning of season 7, he said he was tired of this storyline and that it's dragging. And we all know that in the beginning of this current season 7, we saw the fallout from Martell's arrest for the Revenge P charges. And we saw Melody explaining it in her kitchen to her brother Marcus. And we saw Carlos calling her on her cell phone as she was explaining it to Marcus. So, in my opinion, that is what Ace of Clubs is referring to, Melody's very important and serious storyline of Revenge P. And again, this is why I feel like it's definitely pre-produced and, you know, suggestions made by Carlos, because I feel like he's told Destiny, you tear a page out of my book, like how I produce my Messy Monday show with Dr. Heavenly. You know, you don't say anything derogatory or how you may truly feel about Melody, but you let your guest say it. And, you know, Ace of Clubs, he definitely did not say Melody's name or say Melody's storyline in the first few episodes of the show, but that is how the season led. That was the beginning of this current season 7, Melody explaining the Revenge P charges and Martell giving his commentary about it with his mom. And so that was the storyline that, in Asa Club's opinion, he felt was dragging and that he was tired of seeing. But like I've said on plenty of videos past, when it comes to the Revenge P, this is a very serious topic that could affect any of us. And I have shared that when there was someone in my life whom I cared about deeply, when he asked for photos, I did share those with him because I was so into him on such a serious level. And so that would be devastating, embarrassing, and unfair if he were to share something publicly that I shared with him when a time when we were getting along and spending time together and he knew, you know, how I felt about him. So I definitely have empathy for Melody. You know, when you're in that moment and you would do anything, almost anything to satisfy someone or make them happy, you don't expect them to turn around and use that against you. So that's why her storyline is definitely important. And it's too bad that production chose to just kind of pacify Melody by just talking about it in the beginning of the season instead of it being something that is talked about throughout. And if the cast gave a damn, it would be discussed throughout as well. They should be checking up on her to see how she is doing. They, as women, could talk about in their confessional if they've ever been in such a position where they really cared about someone or loved someone and did something similar because they asked to and they wanted to make them happy. And so let's go ahead and talk about Miss Melody Sheree. She went live on Instagram today, and she said she wasn't feeling her best, but she's getting some rest. As I was working and listening to her, I was thinking to myself, I bet her body just needs to chill out for a minute. And tonight, when she gets a good night's rest, I bet tomorrow she'll feel refreshed and, you know, ready to be up and Adam George McFadden. So let's go ahead and listen to her IG live, and then I will come back with my commentary.
I finally got a negative COVID test, so I went straight from being sick. We did it. We did it. We did it. And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful to my prayer warriors. I am so thankful to the people who showed up for me. I'm thankful for the people who stood in the gap for me. I'm thankful for you guys because I know that y'all are always sending me good energy, positive vibes, so much so to y'all fade out and block out the negative. You know what I'm saying? You guys fade out and you block out the negative ones. I see my PR, Ivan on here, glad you're better. Ivan was trying to talk to me about stuff. I was like, Ivan, I got COVID. I'm sick. I can't do it right now. But just all y'all, he's like, oh no, I'll be praying for you. Just everybody who was there praying for me, standing in the gap, and then showed up with me while I pushed through on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and gave it my all. Like when I say I came straight out of being weak and sick to showing up and gave it everything I had every day. I'm just thankful. I can truly say God did. God did. God did. God did. And I know it has to be God because in the natural sense, there's no way. There's no way in the natural sense. There is no way that I was able to do that. So I knew that God had me. And then even after being hit with COVID Wednesday, it was so many subtle attacks that the enemy was trying to throw my way to hinder, to slow down, to make things seem impossible all the way from, I give you an example. I think I told y'all on TikTok one day. I hit up my guy for video and I was like, hey, how do I make it to where I can zoom in and I can have different camera angles? He told me what to order. I went straight to Amazon, ordered it. They told me it'd be delivered on Sunday. I'm like, great, Sunday, I'll have it by Monday. Me and my kids was waiting, and for Amazon, I would say, y'all go check the garage, see if Amazon done delivered my camera and my equipment. So then it said by 9 p.m., I'm like, okay. When I tell y'all they literally did not come to my house but marked that they couldn't access my driveway. And I'm like, my driveway is accessible. They drop stuff off all the time. I just saw so many attacks that the enemy was trying to set up. But let me tell you, when you are good to people, when you are good to people, when you love on people, when you treat people right, they will go out of their way to help you. They will go out of their way to make sure you're able to do what you need to do. So I hit up one of my peeps from the post office. She was like, Mel, I got you. Gave her my tracking. I was like, because I can't do this redeliver on Monday. They may not come till late. I go live at 2:30. I can't do a redeliver on Monday. Anytime, no. So she held it. She got my package held, y'all, and I was able to go pick up my stuff. So I pick up my stuff. My videographer comes over. He's like, well, Mel, the boxes, everything's here but the cameras. I said, what? The camera's not in there? So I hit her up again. Give her another tracking. Okay, it hasn't gone out. I got you, Mel. We holding it. I go up there, pick up my cameras. So y'all saw an amazing Monday. Y'all saw an amazing Tuesday. Y'all saw a fun, amazing Wednesday, but y'all didn't know the backstory of everything that I had to push through to make it happen. Y'all didn't see every trap that the enemy tried to send in that I had to overcome. So to everybody on this live, be encouraged. Be encouraged. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. You go after everything that belongs to you. You go take back everything that the enemy has tried to take from you. Okay? Don't worry about the noise. Don't worry about the noise. Okay? Go after everything that you feel belongs to you because God will make a way. God will make a way out of no way. I promise you. And I saw him move in a way that I haven't had to see him move for me in a few months. And I saw him move. And it was supernatural. It was just, and that's why I cried a minute ago, because when I say, like, when I say, sorry, that was Sean calling me, but when I say y'all moved in away from me, my God, y'all's prayers, God moved, y'all prayed, y'all stood in the gap, not even knowing everything that was going on. But let me tell you, you ain't got to know everything that's going on to lift somebody up in prayer. A person should have to tell you every little thing for you to know that you may need to send up a prayer for them. You know, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. You don't have to. And I'm here to tell you, God will dispatch your angels. He will send your angels to come and to be, like, just to be your support. He will. To be your reinforcement. He will. And he did just that. So anyway, I didn't even come on here to say all of that, but I just started seeing so many people in the chat that personally know me, who've been texting me, who've called me, didn't know what all necessarily I had going on outside of everything else that's been going on. And I had to fight. I had to fight this past week, but I made it. But I made it. But I made it. But I made it. Okay? But I made it. So what I'm going to say is, stay encouraged. Y'all keep pushing through. Y'all know I'm all about the push through. Keep pushing through. God got you. Okay, keep pushing through because God got you. And yeah. I love y'all. Everything's on the website now. I pinned it. Use the code HAPPY at checkout if you want to get 25% off. Okay. Use the code HAPPY. Hold on. Okay, use the code HAPPY. And I love y'all. And until next time, y'all better be staying encouraged, okay? All right, love you guys so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I thought that was such an awesome testimony. I loved her Instagram lives each day. If you follow me on Instagram, I made a story, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I said Melody went live 3 days straight. She produced content for several hours each day. That is not easy. You all see us content creators pulling sound bites, grabbing visuals, and doing the recordings, uploading the videos, making thumbnails, then sharing the videos, promoting it on our Instagrams. And then some of us content creators work full time. Other content creators work full time and have kids and they produce content. But Melody went live and it was giving telethon. It was like for hours. One of them on Monday, while I was working, I grabbed my MacBook and I recorded it and I uploaded it. But I was like, wow, she is working so hard. And I just thought it was genius when they were dancing, when they were line dancing and they had on the headsets so she would not run into any copyright issues. I thought that that was smart. And it looked chic and modern at the same time to watch them dance. And it was literally like in silence. It was almost like a Charlie Chaplin type of thing. I thought it was very creative. And just having her masseuse in the video, and the masseuse was talking about how great her skin feels. And then he really focused on her product line and realized that it was quality and giving her the massage. I just thought it was absolutely wonderful and just such great ideas that she came up with for each day. Melody Sheree is a hard worker. And then when she shared in her Instagram video that, you know, she was waiting for the equipment to come in, she reached out to someone who told her exactly what to order. You know, it reminded me of Beyonce's concert film, Renaissance. based upon her world tour that she did last summer. And Beyonce, they showed her speaking to all of these different stage producers, designers. And when she would have a vision, they would try to tell her that there was no possible equipment that could pull that off. And Beyonce would then meet with them again, and she would say, I Googled, and there's this right here. I can get it. Same thing. So she has to work hard. She has to get people to listen to her, and she's Beyonce. So, of course, for things that we want, it requires hard work, it requires patience. And I know that sometimes waiting can suck, but you have to like somehow hold on to your faith. I know that it gets hard, but I just felt like this was just so on time and really realistic. She didn't just let us see the glamorous side, which was the 3 great days of content, but she shared with us how much work went into it. And now she's resting. So then you also have to get your rest. That is important too, so that you can continue to go on. So I thought it was just great. I thought that it was fabulous. And I love it. I say sometimes, not all ministers wear robes. And I like the fact that I get to see a person who is spiritual. She shares her spirituality. She definitely tries to encourage her followers. And then at the same time, we see where she's human and like us. And when she feels the need to check someone, she will. And she's herself. And if some curse words fall out, they fall out. And I can't judge her because I do the same. So I like that she's relatable and down to earth that way. And so it's just a great balance. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, as it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. So I believe right now, as soon as I upload this video, create the thumbnail, and then share it on my Instagram, I am going to wash my locks. And I think I'm going to use my flexi rods. I haven't used those since I was a loose head, but I'm going to put some flexi rods in my locks to see if I get curls tomorrow. And then I'll share with you all on my community tab some pictures if I do. So I'll probably do like the sharing on Instagram stuff while I'm sitting underneath the dryer tonight. But I hope that you all had a fabulous Friday. I did. I made a different video earlier today as soon as I logged out of work. And then I got some Starbucks and I chilled at the park. And then I came home and created this video. So I've worked out twice this week. The goal is to work out Saturday and Sunday for a total of 4 times. Kind of like 3 times I've worked out, because Monday I walked at the park for 40 minutes. And then Tuesday and Wednesday I went to the gym. And yeah, I feel like I'm using the elliptical machine incorrectly because I'm like always on the balls of my feet. And now like my ankle is a little sore. So I probably need to focus and use that machine correctly, or, correctly position myself. But yeah, I think maybe I'll journal also while I'm sitting underneath the dryer. That sounds good as well. But I will talk with you all very soon. I'll talk with you tomorrow. Take good care. Bye.